Hey, what's up, guys? I got a review here for a box set that, if you watch my haul video or whatever, you already know what it's going to be, but I've been kind of digging into this the past 3 days and just kind of soaking it all in and watching all the transfers and the features and all that, so I figure I'm educated on it enough now to make a review for this set. And this came out, I think, Monday the 18th. I think Arrow Video Store is all sold out. I think Amazon UK may get some more copies in. I don't know. I know on the site it says like ships in like 3 weeks or something, but I wouldn't count on Amazon. But I know for sure Diabolic has some. As I looked last night, they had some, but I think that's the last shipment Diabolic is getting of it. And Zavi too, I think they have some, but they want like $75 for it. But if you order it from Diabolic, you can get it for like 60. But that's where I got this one, was Diabolic. So, and I did test all these discs on a Region 1 player to see if it was region free, and unfortunately it's not. So people that don't have a region free player are kind of shit out of luck when it comes to this release. But if you have a region free player, I definitely recommend getting this. Or if you don't want all the sequels, because they're really not as the same quality as Ring U1. They did release Ring U1 solo in the transfer for Ring U. I'll get into the transfers later, but yeah, they released Ring U1 solo, and they released it as a steelbook. Now I am gonna buy the steelbook eventually, just because of the look purely of it. It's one of the sexiest steelbooks I've ever seen. But talking about just this release though, it comes with 4 movies, but it's 3 cases. You get the little booklet or whatever, and then it comes with Ring 1, or Ring U, which is obviously the best out of the bunch. It's a freaky movie. It has some really good things. So everyone pretty much knows the story of the Ring, but I'll give a brief synopsis for each one, just in case people don't know, and if they've never seen them, they can not be spoiled. It's, what won't give away surprises. But this one, basically, there's a videotape going around where what is it? A videotape going around where it's cursed. Basically, you die in 7 days after you watch it, and all these kids are watching it. So this reporter, she ends up watching it because she's doing a report on it, and she obviously gets the call she's going to die. So she gets her husband, or ex-husband, involved to help her figure out what's the cause of this videotape, how to basically save themselves, and there's some other twists to it. I'm not going to give anything away, but yeah, it's the best one out of the bunch. It has the better scares of it, and I think it's just the most well done. Now, as far as the transfer goes, it blew my socks off. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful transfer. Most Asian movies are kind of notorious to me for having bad transfers. Like, the Itchy the Killer transfer was okay. Pulse transfer was okay. I haven't seen the Audition Arrow transfer yet. I have it. A review for that will be up, but I haven't watched that transfer yet, so I don't know how good that is. But even like the Shinjuku Triad Society transfers are okay. Like the Dead or Alive transfers were just meh. So I was like actually blown away with how good this transfer was. So if you just want to buy the first one, you can, because it's the best transfer out of the bunch, which I'll get to the other transfers in a minute. But yeah, this transfer is stunning. And as far as special features go, I'm assuming these same features will be on the solo release of just Ring U. Brand new 4K restoration, new audio commentary with historian David Collat, whoever that is, The Ring Legacy, a series of new interviews from critics and filmmakers of their memories of first watching The Ring and, the enduring legacy. And that was a really good feature. I really enjoyed watching that. And A Vicious Circle, a new video interview with author and critic Kat Ellinger, and she kind of goes in her idea of The Ring and just Japanese, horror in general, and that whole boom. A new video essay by author, critic, whatever, the evolution of the Ring series, another kind of just, love kind of thing for the whole franchise. So there's a lot of those features on here, and they're all entertaining to watch. These are some of my favorite features on an Arrow release for sure. And it gives you the Sadako's video, which is the curse video, and its own feature, so that's cool. And it has a reversible sleeve for the original artwork, which is, it's kind of meh. But I'm actually not a big fan of the art they put on these. They're kind of generic to me, but I just kept them that way because the color palette of it. fits the movie a lot more. Now, the next one is Ring 2, and this one was okay. It's basically, like, I can't really talk about this one plot-wise without giving away spoilers for the first one, but let's just say it's a direct continuation. Some people that ended up surviving end up investigating the cursed videotape, so we'll leave it at that. And it was pretty entertaining, not as solid as the first one, but I thought it was really fun. It definitely has some rewatchability, just to kind of, you know, get it a little bit more. But and it goes a little more into the backstory. There's one scene in particular where you see the mother brushing her hair more kind of in depth or whatever. You see a longer scene, and she's creepy as all hell. But this one unfortunately isn't scanned in a 4K or anything. This is just a 1080p transfer that I think Toho Studios sent over, so it's not that good, to be honest. It's actually not really that good. It's okay. It's a huge step down from Ring 1. The blacks are muddy and soft. I mean, some of the outside scenes are kind of well done, but overall it's a disappointing transfer as far as this one goes. And this has no commentary, believe it or not. The only film in here that has no commentary. And the biggest bonus feature on this disc is Spiral, George Lita's 1998 sequel to The Ring. And after watching some features, that literally was filmed back to back with Ring U1, and they released it at the same exact time as like a double feature. So you watch Ring U, and then right after you watch Rosin. But the movie, in my opinion, is complete garbage. Like, I hated the movie, to be honest. I'll probably never watch Rosin ever again. I mean, maybe someday down the road if I just want to dig into the series again, but oh my god, it was brutally boring, brutally slow. No scares at all, in my opinion. It was just like a medical drama. It was brutally slow and boring, and they made Sadako like this, like, look normal, and she's kind of like, I don't know, it was a really disappointing, but they do give it to you in an HD transfer. That's the worst of the bunch, but they could have gave it to you on standard definition, which is kind of what I was expecting, so it's a pleasant surprise that they actually put that on HD. The Psychology of Fear, a newly edited archival interview with author Koji Suzuki, theatrical trailers. So, you know, there's not as many features on this, but it has the Rosin, which they really didn't have to do. But that's the reverse cover for that. And then the final disc in this collection is Ring 0, which is a prequel. I think it's also known as Ring Birthday. This one's a prequel, like I said. It kind of flashes back 30 years before the events of Ring-U, and you're kind of following Sadako as she, like, joins this theater troupe. And, you know, people end up dying in this theater troupe, and people really don't like her, but then the director of this theater troupe and this other dude are, like, really infatuated with her, and, you know, the curse things start happening, like, cameras start busting when they take pictures of her, and, you know, there's a scene towards the end that's pretty creepy, though, when you see Sadako in the house, and they visit the house near the well and all that. So there's some pretty good scares in this. I like this on par with Ring-U 2. I maybe like Ring-U 2 a little bit better, but this one was pretty decent too. Definitely better than Rosin. But yeah, if you just watch them as a trilogy, it's pretty good. I kind of don't like that they go way into the backstory of Sadako. I don't know. It was okay. It was nothing great, but it was okay. Again, this is a 1080p transfer sent over from Toho, so it's not that good. It's actually really muddy, really grainy, soft. So it's essentially almost feels like an upscaled DVD. I mean, I'm sure it looks a lot better than the DVD, but it's not that good of a transfer, honestly. You do get a new commentary by critic Alexandra something. You get Spook Size of Videotapes, a new video essay by critic Jasper Sharp on the J-horror phenomenon in the early 2000s. And they basically talk about how Japan was making movies knowing America was going to pick them up and remake it, so it was just kind of like a money boom for both countries. They were both feeding off each other, and there was just like a lot of garbage coming out too, because Japan was just pumping these things out because they wanted money from US studios to remake them and stuff, and that's why you got like The Eye and all that stuff. So he goes really into that. Behind the scenes featurette, deleted scenes, theatrical trailers, and again, you get the original theatrical art for that, which I'm not a big fan of their theatrical arts in Asia usually. But yeah, I mean, that was my review for the Ring collection. I think it's a solid collection. I think you should get it now if you're gonna get it, because it's probably worth like 50 or 60, but if you gotta pay close to $100 for this, it's not gonna be worth that. I mean, realistically, Ring U is the standout film and standout transfer. The other ones are just kind of okay. It's cool to have them all in one set. I mean, it's a beautiful looking set. The art I wish was a little better. But yeah, that's my review for the Ring U set. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll have some more Asian reviews coming soon. I got a lot to review. Like I said, that Arrow Audition review will be coming soon. And there's just a shit ton of Asian movies I gotta watch. But yeah, anyways, guys, peace.